Several years ago, one of my investor clients actually purchased a house, a little tiny house in the city that was run down, needed a lot of love, and he basically decided to flip the house, not rehab it in that sense, as so many people describe, but it actually was a literal flip. He cleared it out, he cleaned it out, and we put it on the market. So this house was super run down, had some issues that needed to be addressed, and it happened to be sitting next door to the most pristine house on the street, where the front yard was lined with purple irises, and it was perfect. And that was the house of Miss Nettie. She was wonderful. She was the anchor of the street. She was the kind of person who knew what was going on all up and down the street. She was an elderly lady in her late 70s or early 80s, and she was actually mowing the yards of some of her neighbors. She knew them all. She knew their behaviors, and she was truly, like I said, the anchor of this neighborhood. It wasn't unusual for her to call me if a strange car pulled up in that driveway. She kept me alerted about everything concerning that property and let me know what was going on in the neighborhood too, to give me a heads up. So when I would go, I'd see her. And one day she expressed to me her concern about my being in that rundown house, vacant. She was really concerned about it, as well as the lady across the street. And I looked at her and I said, Miss Nettie, I'm not concerned at all, because I know that no matter what happens here, you're on it, you're watching. So I have no concern to be concerned about my own safety and my well-being with you right next door, checking everything out and keeping an eye on it. It was a neat relationship that I formed with this woman who knew everything about this neighborhood. And it made me wonder what would happen to that street when she's gone. You know, what happens when the anchor of the neighborhood moves on? What happens to the neighborhood? So, you know, neighborhood watch and just having alert neighbors who care about what's going on is so vital and important. And the way that she did this showed her care and concern for everyone around her. She wasn't the nosy neighbor type, but she was very wise and just kept her eyes open all the time, and people knew that they could count on her to do that. So in that neighborhood, someone else is going to have to step up and take that on once she's gone, or who knows what will happen there. So again, such a vital, important role. And a lot of us in our daily lives just kind of think, well, you know, I live in a nice neighborhood, that's for someone else to take care of. But we all really need to be more like Miss Nettie and do our part when it comes to making sure that our neighborhoods are safe and that our neighbors are taken care of. If you have questions about this real estate topic or anything else real estate related, you know you can contact me at 513-236-1254. You can private message me, or you can subscribe and just be an active member of the YouTube channel. Thanks so much. Have a good one. Bye.